This is video number 2 in the geometric photo series, where we are exploring a current trend in photography and graphic design where artists are cutting out geometric shapes in photos, piecing them back together, and in some circumstances putting thin line drawings on top of the photos. Please do look at the link that goes to Inspiring Artwork Combining Geometry Photography, which is this website, and take a look at some of the examples. In this video, I'm going to show you how to take a photo and not only cut out a more complex shape in it, but also how to create these little line drawings. So this is another one of my photos that I took in Alaska. You can use your own photo or use one from the internet, but make sure that you choose a photo that has the correct usage rights so that you're not breaking copyright laws. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I created this. So I'm going to turn off the eyeballs to my work and I'm going to recreate it. So I opened this photo in Photoshop and all I would have is the background. I wanted to this time make a triangle, but I wanted to kind of measure it out a little bit. So if you go to View and click Rulers, you can see you get these rulers on the image. So this image is 32 inches by 48 inches. So if I click and hold on this white part of the ruler, I can drag out a line. And I think I want it off center a little bit, so I'm going to put it here on the 20. And then I want it to be, that's too narrow, so that's 5, 6, 7, so I'll go 8 on this side. And so 20 to 15, that's 5, 6, 7, 8 on this side. Alright, so I'm going to make my triangle approximately in this area here. So to make the shape, I'm going to go ahead and click and hold on the lasso tool and get the second one down, which is the Polygonal Lasso. And let's see here. I'm going to start here, just clicking on that blue guideline, hold down Shift, and what that does is it makes the line perfectly straight across. So I'll click here and continue, let go of Shift and click on this center line and then touch the beginning point and the end point. There we go. Now with the background layer selected on the keyboard, I'm going to push Control C and then Control V, and I can't see the rectangle, but if I turn off the eyeball, there it is right there. So I'm going to make sure that this layer is selected and then go to Edit, Transform, and Flip Vertical. And that looks pretty cool. So I don't really need these guidelines anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those. So View, Clear Guides. Now I want to make some of those geometric line shapes. So I'm going to choose a color, and I thought that magenta showed up really well on this background, so I'm going to choose a similar color this time. So I clicked on my color here, then I'm going to go over and use a tool that we don't usually use, and it's called the pencil tool. So click and hold on the paintbrush until the menu options pop open, and then click the pencil tool. And for my photo, size 5 was nice, but depending on the size of your photo, you might need to choose a different size. So I'm going to start out with 5 and hit enter to make that menu go away. And over here in the layers panel, I don't want to draw on top of my triangle because I might want to move it and I don't want it to be embedded on the triangle. So I'm going to click this to create a new layer, and I'm going to draw on this empty blank layer. So I'm just going to click here one time, hold down Shift and click over here, And as long as my finger is on the shift key, I can just keep clicking and clicking, and I'm just going to randomly go around and keep connecting my lines while I'm holding down shift, and I'm going to try to be really careful to stay within the original triangle. Looks starting to look kind of cool and interesting. And maybe one more over to this side. All right, I like the way that looks. Now I'm going to take the move tool. So I'm having difficulty selecting this, and I think it's because it's so thin. So I'm actually going to take off auto select layer and see if I can be, yeah, there we go, now I got it. So let's see here. I kind of like it overlapping here, but I want to rotate it a little bit. There we go, that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to make another one. I think I'm going to make it a little bit, let's see, should I make it brighter or darker? I'm going to go darker. All right, I'm going to make a new layer and use the same technique. So I'm going to click here. Oops, wrong tool. So backspace. I needed the pencil. Okay, so click here, hold down shift, click over here, click here. So I continue to hold down shift, and I continue to try to click on top of the line so that I can create my design here. And I will be really curious and happy to see all of the different designs that you all come up with, because I'm sure that you will come up with some amazing things that I did not think of. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, I'm going to call this done, and I'm going to try to see what it looks like behind the triangle. So I'm going to take layer 5, click it and drag it and put it underneath layer 3. And I kind of like the way that that looks. So here is here's my version of this geometric photo project with my line drawings on top of it. So now I will use the snipping tool, make a copy of this, and put it on my web portfolio, and it is finished. Have fun with the project.